Hey Vapors, Happy New Year everybody. Here it is, 2016. Here we go, let's bring it on. There's some big things hopefully in the mix for 2016 and eJuice reviews, so keep an eye open. Yeah, this week's, first of all, again, let me apologise for being a bit slack on the old content in the last couple of weeks. It's been a pretty crazy time. I've had a few little hiccups here and there over the past couple of weeks, and we're getting over those. So yeah, we're back, and we're back with the eJuice bar, the eJuice bar's line. So yeah, let's get into it. First one is Smurfs Blood. This is Ben's limited edition juice. This one. There's no flavor profile for it, but from tasting it, I would guess strawberries and blueberries with a quite a touch of cream, some creams in there. Yeah, definitely a strawberry raspberry. Or yeah, strawberry and blueberry, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, a good juice. Really, really nice juice. It's a little bit more expensive than his other juices. 125 ml is $80. But it's a very, very nice juice and very pronounced flavour. Very, very nice. Okay, next up is Eve's Milk. This easy everyday vape has the base flavour of a rich creamy milk dessert. It also has light tones of strawberry on the exhale. It is widely regarded as an excellent all-day vape, and we totally agree. I would definitely agree. Now, I got a bit of a story with Eve's Milk. Eve's Milk was the very first vape that I ever tried, ever. First puff on an e-cigarette, first vape juice, first ever. And I love it. I really, really like Eve's Milk. I do, however, like the flavour itself is phenomenal. I really like the creaminess of it and the milkiness of it. But I do kind of wish that the whole flavour, the flavour as a whole, would just be a little bit higher, sit a little bit more prominently within the vape. It is a very, very nice vape, but it's a subtle flavour. I don't know if that's the type of juice, type of flavourings Ben uses. Who knows? But yeah, I would like to see it just a little bit more, a little bit higher, the flavour in the mix. So yeah, it is a very, very nice vape. So eJuice bar, as I'm pretty sure most people know, has a huge line. There's 20 flavours all up in the line. So I'm going to be not rushing through them, but we're going to be moving fairly quickly through them at this point. The next one is Doomheart. Sweet and creamy. Doomheart is characterised by a blend of natural strawberries and has no less than 4 unique fresh creams. It is a tasty and magical vape that goes down a real treat, and I really like this. I mean, taste is a subjective thing, so what I taste could be totally different to what you guys taste. Doomheart to me is a little bit like Eve's Milk, but with a bit more berry, a bit more of a strawberry kind of overtone to it on the exhale. Really nice, really creamy on the exhale. You really get that strawberry on the inhale, I find, and the creams are just really, really good. A really nice creamy vape. Again, it's a little subtle. Again, I'd kind of like to see it a little bit higher in the mix, but nonetheless, an excellent vape. Definitely on my early buy list. I think most of Ben's would be on my early buy list. But yeah, the first three definitely. The next one is Unicorn Custard. Here goes. I've had this before. I'm not a big custard guy, and my memory of this is it's very, very, very custardy. So I've actually had these juices for a couple of weeks now, and they've been steeping up in my box there for a couple of weeks. So that's something I would definitely suggest with eJuice Bar is steep your juice. And if you're not sure what steeping is, it's the aging process. It allows everything to molecularize, all the ingredients of your juice to kind of bond and really come out. It's kind of like aging wine on steroids a little bit. It happens a lot quicker than aging wine. But yeah, everything just kind of molecularizes and bonds together with a steeping process. There's lots of different types of steeping process. There's different processes that can go wrong. I prefer just to, if I'm able, I'll just let it sit in a dark place for a week, 2 weeks. Keep tasting it and vaping it, you know. But yeah, anyway, I digress. Unicorn Custard. Very custardy. The profile is this eJuice liquid has the main aroma of custard as suggested in the title. However, it also has tones of sweet creamy milk and cookies. It is one of our most popular flavors, so give it a go and tell us what you think. Not my favorite at all. I'm not a big custard guy, mind you. That being said, I've met people that swear by it, that absolutely live on the stuff. It's a good vape. If I was first time juice buyer, I would probably buy a smaller bottle first and just try it, because it is quite a unique flavor. It's yeah, it's hard to describe that one. Not my cup of tea personally. But nonetheless, it's a nice flavour. It's very pronounced. It's a lot more pronounced than the other ones that we've tried so far. So, yeah. I mean, that's the thing with juice reviews. Taste is so subjective. You know, one person can taste one thing, another person can taste a complete another thing. So, it's, you know, it's entirely subjective. As I say, I've always said that don't ever take my word as gospel, because it really isn't. I mean, I'm a relatively new vapor, along with, you know, my target audience, hopefully. But yeah, it's a very subjective thing. So now the next one we're going to try is Slime Cake. This quirky eJuice has a creamy cheesecake aroma with a cheeky lime flavour on the exhale. Now, this one does exactly what it says on the tin. It's a lime cheesecake, and I really like it. From memory, I tried these juices a little while ago, and as I say, they've been up there steeping, so I'm kind of discovering them again. Yeah, it's a lime cheesecake. It's not a bad juice. It's not horrible. Again, it's not my favorite in the line. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's hard to cheesecake aroma with lime. Yeah, I mean it's a cheesecake. You definitely get the cheesecake base a lot more, I find, in cheesecake vapes than you do the actual cheesecake filling, you know. And that's what I'm getting a lot on that is the base flavor. it's a nice little juice, that one. Early buy list, maybe not on my early buy list. I would definitely sort of develop a bit of a palate before I went to that one, but that being said, a great juice nonetheless. Tangy Apple. This yummy vape eJuice tastes just as the name hints. The aroma of sweet candy apple with a cheeky sourness on the exhale. This is a great everyday vape, and not to mention makes the house smell amazing. Okay, so yeah, it's again, I've tried these juices a little while ago, a few weeks ago when I first got them, and they definitely needed time to steep, so they've been sitting up there, and I really haven't delved into them hugely. So here we go. Exactly what that profile says. You can taste the candy, and you get that apple on the exhale. I can't really smell anything. I've not been well the last little while, so really nice. It is quite a tangy sort of flavour. Again, the flavour does sit a little far back in the mix. For me, I do enjoy the big punch of flavour. You know, I like my juice to really to be a good solid flavour. I find when I'm starting to having to kind of search for the flavour, it not really my cup of tea. But again, a good juice, it would be on my early buy list. If you're into candy apples, it is a very, very nice juice. Just change atomizers again, and that was my 13 Heavens 9 Hells atomizer. Great little atomizer, by the way, that one. Very, very cool. Now we'll go that one. So the next one we're going to try is Bubble Yum. Bubble Yum tastes just as the name suggests. A yummy bubblegum vape with hints of sweet marshmallow. So, and this one I have tasted over the steeping process. This is one of the ones that really was quite, when I got it, I tasted it and went, no, that needs to steep. So this one and another one, Fruit Loops, has been in the line when I first got them. These ones were really, like, definitely, you just tasted they needed to steep. So these were the two that kind of stood out most, which was Bubble Yum and Fruit Loops. So Bubble Yum is exactly as it suggests. It's just a bubblegum flavour, and definitely hints of marshmallow there as well. Yeah. That's another one. Bubble Yum is another one that kind of, the flavour does sit quite far back in the mix. I mean, it's not an unpleasant vape at all, but it's not the big flavour hit that a lot of vapes are, and I think that's kind of what would make it a really a good all-day vape. Is it's not just this mass rush of flavour every time you have a puff. It's subtle, and if you want to taste it, you can, and if you don't want to taste it and just need the nicotine, then it does well for that as well. So, but yeah, I do enjoy the Bubble Yum. Very nice flavour, that one. Okay, next up is Dragon Menthola. A creamy, rich menthol blend that will have your taste buds wanting more. Its menthol characteristics clears through the nose and making the entire vape a sensational experience. I'm not a big menthol guy. Most of the other menthol flavors that I've had have just been the hugest, overpowering menthol flavor. And I haven't tried this one, but here goes. Wow. Whoa, that's menthol. Yep, that is definitely a menthol. Yep, clears your nose. Really good. If you've got a blocked nose, then that's going to do it for you, man. Straight up. It's a real peppermint hit, that one. That's a flavor that doesn't sit far back in the mix. That is front and center. That menthol is intense. Yeah, definitely a peppermint flavor, that one, but good. A really a nice flavor. And after that, I'm definitely going to have to change atomizers. Whoa. Yeah, that's more intense than brushing your teeth or any kind of mouthwash or anything that I've had. That's a peppermint, all right. That'll clear the nose. That's for real. Yep. Now we'll move on to the Nixon atomizer, which is a great little atomizer, by the way. The next flavor is orange sherbet ice cream. Reminisce back to those times when the ice cream truck turned up at your street. Now think how happy you were with that creamy soft serve hits your taste buds, and bam, orange sherbet sneaks up on you for a delightful surprise on the exhale. I tried, this was another one of my very early vapes and really enjoyed it. Definitely a nice little vape to, definitely the orange sherbet, and yeah, definitely an ice cream hit to it. A nice flavour. Again, I think it's one of the juices in the line where I think the flavour could do with just being a little ramped up, just a little bit. I mean, the flavour itself was great, but it's quite far back in the mix. It's quite subtle. But yeah, definitely orange sherbet. There's a real sherbet kind of buzz to it. Very nice. Now the last one for tonight's episode is Fruity Loops. This loopy eJuice has a creamy sweet aroma with a kick-ass Fruit Loops cereal flavor on the exhale. A yummy sweet vape without being overpowering. And that's kind of how I remember it from the steeping processes. It does kind of sit a little far back there, but not in a bad way with this one. That is a really nice Fruit Loops flavour, that one. It's again quite subtle, but I think Fruit Loops flavour can do with being a little bit subtle sometimes. And that one, yeah, that one fits the bill. That would be an all-day vape. Definitely on my early buy list. Delicious. So to recap, the ones that I wouldn't necessarily have on my early buy list would be Smurfs Blood. I would develop a palate before I hit that one. Unicorn Custard, which is that one. Slime cake, yeah, I mean, excuse me. Slime cakes, as I say, it's an interesting one. It's kind of limey with the cheesecake base flavour to it. Tangy Apple, definitely on my early buy. Bubble Yum for sure. Menthol, I would have that in my juice collection, like I've got Vicks Vapor Rub in the medicine cabinet. That's almost a medicinal vape, that one. Really pepperminty. Orange Sherbet would be on my early buy list, and so would, excuse me, so would Fruit Loops. So yeah, there it is. That's the first review for 2016. And again, I just want to apologize to everyone for a little bit of being a little bit quiet. I sort of took a little bit of time off and gathered my thoughts and got shit together, and here we are again. So it's same deal. There is a giveaway. I will put the thread up on the Facebook page. I'm not sure what the giveaway is at this point. I know Ben did say he would offer one, but yeah, whatever it is will be on the thread on the Facebook page, and there'll be a link to that below. There will be a link to the eJuice bars page website below. They don't, and again, they not only do juices, they do everything from beginners vaping through to advanced accessories, DIY juice. So yeah, really cool website. And as I say, Ben's a really nice guy. I bought my very first setup off Ben, and just an awesome dude to deal with, especially with the beginner stuff. He'll see you right, and he'll point you in an excellent direction, and has no problem doing that, you know, which is really good. And again, any special requests for your eJuice, there's a comment section on the checkout section of the website, so go ahead and put your special requests in there. But yeah, this is a 22-minute video. Sorry for it being so long, people. So yeah, put your special requests in, go ahead, keep vaping, buy juice, get set up, get off the stinkies, and keep vaping, everyone. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.